watermelon, and mustard. I don't know who's doing this. I don't know why, but now I have to try it. Okay. 1, 2, 3. It's kind of good. One more bite, just to make sure. That's sketching me out. I think it's the acidity that works nicely with the sweetness. And with that little bit of salt, I don't know, y'all. Weird, wrong, maybe, just so weird.
Can Red Hots be the secret ingredient to sweet potato casserole? I'll let you know. Now, I love a good sweet and spicy combo, but this just seemed insane. First off, it's a really easy recipe, so there's that. But I could not believe how quickly the Red Hots melted and formed this amazing sauce. I did the marshmallow topping at the end, but I really don't think it's necessary. What makes this so special is this gnarly red color. Look at that. I'm a little scared. Not bad. That's weird.
Not this whole bottle, just 1 liter. Then I'll coat the top with half a cup of oyster sauce and bring this whole thing to a boil. Next, a 1/4 cup of soy sauce. Then I'll bring this down to simmer for about an hour. Interesting little color we got here. Very Sprite scented. Now we keep this sauce, and I guess I'll just ladle it over top of him. Oh, that is super juicy. Look how tender that bite is. Oh my gosh. I would never know that was Sprite. It just tastes like a super juicy chicken. An easy way to feed a family with their favorite soda. Oreo sushi. Can't be bad, right? All we need are 2 ingredients, Oreos and milk. First, remove all the cream filling from the cookies, then crush the cookies in a Ziploc bag. To this, I added about a cup of milk, then realized it was a little bit too much, so I went back in with more cookies. Then roll this mixture out between 2 sheets of plastic wrap until thin. Next, the cream filling goes back on, and I just tried my best to smooth that out on top. Remove the top layer of plastic and use the bottom one to help roll up your Oreo sushi. Final product. The swirl is pretty unrecognizable, but all in all, I think I did it. Exact same flavor as an Oreo, but a completely different texture. It's like an already milk-soaked Oreo before you even dip it in. Would I try this again? Absolutely not. I'll just eat an Oreo. But 10 out of 10 for creativity.
Watergate Salad, also known as Pistachio Delight, originated in Washington, D.C. and was a popular staple on a lot of our grandmother's dinner tables or cafeteria restaurant lines. Served as a side dish or a dessert, it's hardly a salad, but it's more reminiscent of the popular ambrosia. Regardless, it's super easy to make. I don't know if I'd call this a salad, but here we go. I did not want to like that, but here I am with it.
Tomato soup cake. I'm starting with a can of condensed tomato soup and combining that with 1 teaspoon baking soda. Now we'll cream together 1 cup of sugar, 1 egg, 1/3 cup unsalted butter, a pinch of salt, 1 teaspoon cinnamon, and a 1/2 teaspoon cloves. Optional to add more spices at this point if you want. The tomato sauce comes back in and I'll stir in 1.5 cups self-rising flour. Bake at 325 for 1 hour. I'm gonna let this cool and make a quick cream cheese frosting. Then we ice a few little chopped nuts just for fun. It looks like such a pumpkin spice imposterd. What? It's just a moist, fairly rich, really well-balanced cake. I know you love your pumpkin spice, but give this old recipe a try.
Let's make street corn Takis style. This is the best recipe that makes use of our favorite spicy snack. The heat will be tamed by this cool, creamy mixture spread over the hot cooked corn. The best way to cook corn is in the microwave in the husk for 5 minutes. The corn is sweet and crunchy, and those Takis are nice and spicy. Perfect bite.
You can make the fluffiest, most gigantic pancakes in a rice cooker. So I'll just prep my batter, grease my pot, and see what happens. Oh my god! Y'all, I got this glitter syrup and I have been dying for a chance to use it. Oh, you are gorgeous. Oh my gosh, it's cooked completely. I must try. This is awesome.
I can't make this stuff up. This is what my daughter was making for an after-school snack, and I was in complete shock and disgust at the same time. She explains that her mouth is always burning after hot Cheetos and she always has to drink milk afterwards, so it just made sense. Does it? Let's make the easiest dessert ever inspired by TikTok, a dump cake with Peeps. And I just can't help myself here. Don't you dare mix it. It's ooey, it's gooey, it tastes way better than it looks, and it's the perfect Easter dessert. You know what we call that? The perfect bite. See this part? It's my favorite. It's like a cookie bar meets a butter cake. So good.
Guess what this is? Because it's not tuna. It's actually a way cheaper copycat version that's made out of a summer staple. If you guessed watermelon, you are correct. These watermelon chunks will marinate in 2 tablespoons of soy sauce, 1 tablespoon sesame oil, 1 teaspoon red pepper flakes, and 1 tablespoon neutral oil for 6 hours. Then it bakes at 350 degrees for 1 hour. Save the leftover marinade to splash on top, and then the faux tuna is dipped in sesame seeds to look even more legit. I saw this on TikTok from Michael Agier, who has some crazy creative recipes, and lots of his fans were saying this is actually really good. So the appearance, already a win, but let's see how it tastes. That is pretty freaking weird. Flavor-wise, it's spot on. Texture's where it's off. The outside is chewy and soft, but the inside has like some pops of watermelon juice. I would not be able to fool someone into thinking that's real tuna. But is it a nice replacement? 100%. I hope none of y'all have the bad gag reflex. Same for myself. Don't try this at home. Don't try this at home. If you need an explanation for what that sensation was like, just a very slimy, salty candy bar. No crunch was offered from the pickle. Salty flavor in all the wrong ways. Worse than expected.
Let's make heavenly taco pie. This is inspired by my late and great buddy Matthew, and this recipe, like him, is the life of the party. It's perfect for entertaining because it's easy to serve up and it's affordable. It's also great for an easy weeknight dinner that will make your family so happy. It's layered with simple, classic taco fillings, surrounded by store-bought pie crust. Bake it and serve it with your favorite toppings. The whole pie is the perfect bite. Taco Tuesday just got so much better. Let's make Snickers salad. Of course, this isn't the healthy kind of salad, but it's a sweet and salty treat that reminds you of a caramel apple. And it's the best time of year to make it, with apples in season and Snickers from Halloween. I've never had a perfect bite like this before. That's good.
I was today years old when I found out that if you dip a cucumber in sugar, I'm using stevia, it tastes like watermelon. What in the hell? Try it.
This is the most incredible way to enjoy grilled cheese and tomato soup. It's the ultimate classic pairing served in a bread bowl, with the essential ingredients elevated with blended cheeses and fresh basil. It's the perfect way to share a grilled cheese and tomato soup. You could also double this batch in a large Italian loaf and serve it as a party appetizer. All the goodness is stuffed inside those nooks and crannies. Both kids and adults will love this. Pair it with a glass of white wine. You'll be so happy. I can't even explain how this is the most perfect bite ever. You just have to try it. I promise you won't be disappointed. This is weird, and I'm skeptical. I did not expect that. This is good. These are really good. 10 habaneros I used to make these cookies, but don't worry, the heat is tamed by a little soak in milk that's microwaved for just a bit. They bake up like a classic sugar cookie, and you can get the entire recipe for habanero cookies at allrecipes.com. I'm telling you, it's just a fun cookie recipe to serve your friends, and you will need to remember this one for the next cookie swap this holiday season. Taste test. Delightfully sweet with just a little bite on the back end. This is what happens when you turn Kool-Aid into pie. Hear me out. There are so many flavors of Kool-Aid that the possibilities are endless. And did I mention this is a no-bake pie? It's 3 ingredients poured into a graham cracker crust. We thought the blue was fun, but I went ahead and did a lemon and a pink lemonade version too. Just mix, fill, and chill. Cool and creamy, perfect bite.
You can replace the eggs, oil, and water with just one ingredient, a can of soda. I chose a strawberry cake mix and I'm whisking in a can of cream soda, my favorite. Now look how bubbly it gets right away. And then it just turns into regular old cake batter. Into a 350-degree oven, and you just bake it according to the package instructions. Now I just treat it like a regular cake. So I'll let it cool in the pan for 10 to 15 minutes, then I'll flip it out onto a wire rack to cool completely before frosting. Now I'm smoothing on some frozen whipped topping because there's nothing better. Now some sliced strawberries to make it feel fake fresh. Ta-da! This color is so pink and precious. Yum. This just has to be the easiest and cheapest way to make dessert for a crowd. I'm all into this.
Watch me turn this into this. Y'all loved the first mac and cheese hack so much that I thought I'd take it one step further by stuffing and rolling it to create something similar to arancini. These are so easy to make with a box of old school mac, or it'll work with your leftovers. Fold in some pepperoni and stuff it with a mozzarella ball, way better than a mozzarella stick. The ultimate perfect bite, where pizza meets mac and cheese. This is how I turn tortellini into pizza. If you have 5 ingredients in 2 minutes, then you can prepare dinner your kids will love faster than you can go through a drive-thru. Cooking familiar ingredients in a new way is the best trick to make food more exciting. And turning pasta into pizza is just smart. Add whatever toppings your family likes for a gooey, delicious weeknight meal. Perfect bite. This is the best way to eat fried rice. This is a great recipe for leftover fried rice, or use this Trader Joe's version. It's perfectly seasoned. These are so easy to make. You could also make these ahead of time and then toast them to crisp them up later. No chopsticks required.